Hello, Capricorn. This is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your love and life reading for the first half of November from the 1st through the 15th. General as always, so I hope you don't mind me saying that every time, but I just got to remind you guys it is a general reading. Take from it what makes sense for you and release the rest. So let's begin. I really wanted to take a look at the current situation, focusing more so on the initial challenges of the connection. So I'm going to be using this deck, What Went Wrong by Fire Witch Tarot. So let's dive into this, Capricorn. What's going on for you and your person? And what is it that needs to be uncovered to get this reading started? What went wrong? Or what is going wrong at this point in time? Interesting. I didn't do nothing. Telling the truth and you not believing them. So there are trust issues in this partnership. Okay? Because you're not believing what they're telling you. And here they are saying, I didn't do anything. You know. Maybe they're not telling the truth. We'll have to see. And maybe they have a pattern of lying to you. You don't feel heard. They never want to talk it out or has a problem every time you want to. Okay, so there's a problem with communication here. Okay. And we've got they like to trick and confuse you. So no wonder you're not believing them if this is something that they tend to do with you. Okay, so that's giving us an indication of what went wrong, what's going on. You don't have to take every single one of these messages. You know, maybe one card is speaking to you more than the others. So let's go ahead and clarify what's going on here. I'm going to start with my Illuminated Star Tarot. This is the Volume 2 version. Angels and Spirit Guides, please, for Capricorn, for this love and life reading, first half of November. So are they telling the truth? Or are they just tricking you once again and confusing you, as that card says? We've got the Hangman. Okay. So you and this person might actually be at a distance from one another right now. You let them go. You walked away from them because you couldn't trust them. You didn't believe what they were telling you. And maybe there had to be distance for the two of you to have a better understanding of each other, the situation, what you were both bringing to the table. But there are changes that are happening here, maybe beneath the surface right now, that are not too prominent, but I feel it will eventually surface. This is all about taking a look at the situation from a distance, taking a look at it from a different angle, new perspectives. But in order to do that, sometimes you have to step away from a situation, step away from a person, or walk away, let them go, you know? We do have the Four of Swords right here. So if you are at a distance, if you guys are not together right now, this can represent a time of rest, relaxation, to recuperate from the pain that you might have gone through with this person. This is a time for you to spend with yourself, your thoughts, to be able to reflect and focus truly on healing parts of you that need it. Look at this. These cards are interesting. Okay, so we've got the Six of Wands. We do have the Three of Swords, which is why you might not be trusting them because they hurt you. This is heartbreak and sorrow. Now, take it if it applies. If there was a love triangle or third-party situation here, trust issues, which we pick up really off of these two cards already. And that one too, if you're not feeling heard. And part of the reason why they never wanted to talk things out with you, not really wanting to listen to you, is because they weren't fully invested. They were spending time maybe with other people, and that could have definitely hurt you. We do have the Ace of Swords. So this is a new beginning that's being offered to you and this person, Capricorn. But this is typically only offered after having gone through something really challenging and difficult. And here it is. It's right there. Okay, so that new beginning could actually bring you this very beautiful energy of the Six of Wands, because this is victory and success right here. And this is simply clarifying the fact that you did walk away from this person because of all of the challenges that you had endured in this partnership, possibly because they were juggling other people, other connections, or they just put you last on their list. You were not their priority. Seven of Wands could be indicative of competition. That was part of the challenge here. Okay, that competition with other people led to this love triangle, third party situation, infidelities, trust issues. And here they are saying, I didn't do nothing, but ultimately it's presenting itself that that wasn't the truth, because they were tricking you and confusing you. And so here you were, you just didn't know what to believe. Okay. Look at that, Five of Wands, rivalries, disagreements, again, competition. So there were other people here that they were talking to, possibly involved with. It presented a lot of challenges, basically. And here we are with that Hermit card. So you probably went into that Hermit mode. And really, it coincides with the Four of Swords. Rest, relaxation, recuperate, and spending time with your own thoughts, being in solitude, soul searching, going within. That is what you needed to contemplate and search for your own truth, looking for guidance within yourself. That's what's presenting itself here. So yeah, you walked away from this person because of other people, third parties more than likely. Okay, so let's take a look at some additional messages here. So that's the opening message here. Let's see if this can be fixed, or is there a blockage that's preventing you guys from coming into union right now. I'm going to pull from the Untold Truths of the Heart Oracle. This is by Aqua Moonlight. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Capricorn. What else do we need to know here, please? Beauty, charming, graceful, luxurious. Look at this next card right here. We have the feminine energy. So divine feminine, your masculine still sees you as a very beautiful person, not just externally, not just on the outside, but on the inside as well. They have a lot of regrets here. They have a lot to say, but it's unspoken, as you can see. They have a lot of regrets. They know they disappointed you. They know that they hurt you. It's been very challenging. We have fantasy, dreams, fairy tale, imagination. So here's the thing with that, because we have seen references to love triangles. They were fantasizing and tempted by other people outside of the connection. Look at this, lust. They were lusting after other people, the intensity, the sexual energy, but not really looking for commitment in those connections. It could have just been a sexual, physical hookup, a connection that was strictly superficial. So that's where the challenge is, you know? They see you as somebody who's such a beautiful person, and yet they were also looking outside of the relationship and getting themselves involved with other people who maybe were just as attractive in their eyes, you know? So they're kind of contradicting themselves, really, by maybe telling you how beautiful you were, seeing how beautiful a connection you guys had, and hurting you all in the same breath by going after other people that they were fantasizing about and sexually tempted by. So let's add to this. I'm going to go ahead and pull from the Illuminated Star Tarot, Volume 1. So let's see if we get any duplicate messages here, since it's basically the same deck. The only difference between this one and Volume 2 is there are reversed interpretations with Volume 2. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Capricorn. Can this be fixed? Is there a blockage? I'm guided to believe, yes, there is a blockage. I have a card flying, which is the Nine of Wands. It makes sense that you would have your guard up here. You've set up your boundaries, Divine Feminine. I feel that for you. Because more than likely you were dealing with a masculine who was entertaining other people, third parties, love triangles, as we've seen. The World card. So this is cycle completion. The cycle that you had with your masculine, especially if there were infidelities in the partnership, that I feel is in the past, because this more than likely is a cycle that has completed for you, Divine Feminine. Maybe you've just focused elsewhere, moved on. For some of you guys, maybe you've already found love elsewhere. Somebody else who was able to fulfill your heart, your life, and fill it with so much happiness and love. And then we have the Ten of Wands. I feel this is a part of your healing, Divine Feminines, because we've got the Empress right next to that. So feminine energy, the Empress representing Divine Feminine. Some of you guys could have already had children together, because the Empress can also represent motherhood, femininity. So I feel, Divine Feminine, you've really worked on laying down this heavy burden that you've been carrying when it comes to your masculine who ended up hurting you. And it is coming up as the Two of Swords. It's a stalemate. Even if you had to walk away from your masculine, I don't think that was easy for you to do. It still hurt you. But I'm feeling here that it was a very hard choice for you to make, but you made it anyway. You know, here we are. There's our Hangman. So you had to let go for perhaps your own sanity. Here we are. Coming up twice in this reading. Okay? You had to let go in order to have a better understanding of the situation for yourself, for your peace of mind, to be able to just recalibrate everything in your thoughts and focus on you for a change, you know? Especially if they made you feel insignificant and small, unappreciated, unloved. So part of the sacrifice that you had to make was for your own happiness and to make a very difficult decision to walk away from somebody that you still care for and love, but you were not going to allow yourself to be disrespected any longer. Look at this, Capricorn. This is your own devil energy coming in. Addiction, shadow self, unhealthy attachments. So if, for example, you are the person that got involved with a love triangle situation, you might still have unhealthy attachments to those individuals, whoever they might be. But it doesn't have to be just that, because the devil tied into addictions, if you feel like you're dealing with addictions towards substance abuse or certain behaviors that are toxic or unhealthy for you, you need to address those things. Because it's not going to just go away. Whatever is keeping you in this devil energy, you need to address that. Look at this. Seven of Swords, betrayal, deception, cheating. Again, I'm really not surprised to see that. Remember, we ended up getting the Three of Swords, sorrow, heartbreak, love triangle. Okay. They're tricking you and confusing you. We've seen that you've walked away. They were juggling, okay, other people. And through the Five of Wands, rivalries, disagreements, competition. So it's really not a shock to me that that's coming through. So if this is your story, you already know this is your story. Divine Feminine, you're coming in as the Queen of Pentacles. So if you are Divine Feminine, Capricorn, you perhaps at this point in time are very successful. You've worked on yourself, your healing, your growth. Maybe financially, you're able to stand on your own 2 feet. You could have your own business. Financial security as a part of the energy of the Queen of Pentacles. But it's also family, okay? And we see the Empress right here. So for those of you with families and children, and the families were also affected by separations and distance because there were infidelities in a partnership, I feel, Divine Feminine, you're handling things and you're doing the best that you can. You're being very nurturing towards yourself and your family. And this could be the other person, could be the masculine, 5 of Cups, grief, loneliness, and old wounds. They have to deal with those wounds, whatever they are. So if you're cross-watching for a divine masculine, who happens to be the Capricorn here, they could be in this double energy. This could represent their 5 of Cups energy with the grief, the loneliness, and the old wounds that they have yet to address. But again, these things are not going to just whittle away and go away. They have to be addressed. They need to be handled. Otherwise, it's just going to resurface and possibly resurface as something so much bigger than what it initially was. Okay, so that's where I'm going to end this particular portion of this reading, Capricorn. If you would like to watch part 2, you would need to head over to my Patreon page. I will, of course, have that information down below. And we'll take a look at future energies here. Is there a possibility for reunion, reconciliation? Can you guys fix this? What are the hidden truths of this connection? We'll grab some dialogue messages from the masculine and the feminine, and we'll also grab some final advice from Spirit and your angel guides. All right, so if that's something you're interested in viewing, I'd love to see you over there. If you are interested in your own personal private reading, that information is down below. Thank you guys so very much. I'll see you next time.